Hello, everybody. This is RJ, and thank you very much for tuning in to the Realms and Nerds podcast. Just a heads up, this intro is going to be a longer one than usual. If you are a first-time listener, I'd like to let you know that this episode is one of our spin-off specials and not part of the main campaign. 3 out of 4 of us are part of the main campaign, along with Brandon and Harrison, who is our dungeon master in the main campaign. If you haven't figured it out from our podcast artwork, this is an adventure comedy podcast. And hoy body, does this episode really lean into that second descriptor. I'm super excited for you all to hear it. I think it's one of our best episodes, at least comedy-wise, that we've done so far. If you're like me, your favorite piece of music in our show is the very first one you ever heard and that you hear every episode, which is our main introductory theme, which was composed by our dear friend Kyle. I bring that up now, not just because he's so deserving of that recognition, but also because this episode's very special guest happens to be Kyle in his first time ever playing Dungeons & Dragons. Again, I'd like to thank you, Kyle, for composing our main theme. I really can't thank you enough. It's such an honor to have you compose that for us, being both a great friend and a great musician. It was also a fantastic time having you on the podcast. I'd honestly have you on the podcast more if I could. To give all you listeners a background about this episode, a group of us take a trip every Memorial Weekend up to Michigan's beautiful Upper Peninsula, and this year Kyle asked us if we could have a Dungeons & Dragons session while we're up there, since he had never played before, and was interested in trying it out. Obviously, we were thrilled to be able to do that. For this session, we had Bronson, who plays Mikael, and Dracarys in our main campaign, Dungeon Master. We used part of an official Adventurers League campaign for this session, which is about as official a campaign in D&D you can get, short of the campaign books that Wizard of the Coast themselves makes. The campaign is called Harried in Hillsfar, and in this session we played the first of 5 missions, and that mission is called The Birth. If you like the show, be sure to share it with people that you think may also enjoy it. And if you make a post about our show on social media, don't forget to include the hashtag RealmsNerds. It's all one word, RealmsNerds. If your podcast provider includes it, be sure to leave us a rating, a review, or a like, or whatever. It would really help us out, and we would really appreciate it. Of the 3 pieces of music that you're going to hear in this episode, Kyle is the composer, or at least the performer for 2 of them, at least in technicality, because the main theme is actually a remake of his original recordings for it. However, the piece played at the end was actually played by Kyle on a keyboard that happened to be in the room that we recorded in the house that we rented. It might be an original composition, it might not. I actually don't know, and I didn't think to ask. Thank you once again, Kyle, for composing our main theme, as well as for being our guest player in this episode. I hope we get to have you on the show again and soon. Thank you, listener, for listening. We really appreciate you. Now, I have talked way long enough, so why don't we go right ahead and dive right into the realm of Harried in Hillsfar.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our very special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who composed our very introductory theme, Kyle. Yes. In his first time ever playing D&D. As I've said before in the introductions, we are very grateful for him composing the theme. It turned out a lot better than anything I had come up with. It is incredibly catchy. I find myself humming it all the time, but I also listen to it more than anyone
When I
else.
listen to our podcast and I hear it, I'm just like, oh.
I appreciate you guys appreciating my composition.
And we're glad to have you with us for this vacation episode. I mean, the characters are in no vacation by any means, but we're on vacation. You're here with us in the beautiful Northern Peninsula. Time to let us go down this rabbit hole.
Alright. So, vague and bizarre rumors have brought you to Hillsfar. The rumors ranged from leprechauns showering travelers with gold to undead armies terrorizing the Hillsfar's farmsteads. Perhaps the wildest rumors you heard turned out to be true. All the non-human creatures within the walls of the city-state of Hillsfar have been evicted. The only non-humans left in the city are the slaves who fight in the arena. Fights to the death, it is said. Anyone not obviously human is turned away at Hillsfar Gate, which is the only way into and out of the walled city. In your travels, you and your group found poor and suffering humans on the road, dirty, emaciated, and obviously mad. There's a ranting that seemed like gibberish of a shattered mind, but as this man rises to his feet, something about his words strikes a chord. There's a prophecy more than prattle. After some investigation, you learn that his words correspond with the locations in Hillsfar. Certainly, it is important. I was trying to find a way to introduce our players today.
Okay.
Kind of like how they all met.
Well, go ahead.
So,
That's kind of where you get to play.
Living the prancing pony in the small town of Bree.
Ah.
The horrors of the Shire.
My character's name is Syr Torchmend. She is a fire genasi. Genasi are characters. They were one of the extra characters, much like Ray used in one of the other one-offs I did. He was a Goliath. So anyways, a genasi is, from my understanding, a half genie, meaning that they, or at least has like genie heritage.
qualities.
Well, heritage, because like it said that you can have a genie in your ancestry, or a genie and a not really, a genie and a human parent, or two genie parents, and it's someone that is born with an elemental power. And there's 4 types. There's fire, air, earth, and water, much like Avatar the Last Airbender. She is a fire genasi. She is a cleric, and she's an outlander, which kind of is not surprising for genasi, since genasi are a race that are incredibly rare, and in fact, it is very unlikely for one genasi to meet any other genasi in their entire lifetime. So, her personality traits, she was literally raised by wolves. She places nothing in wealth and manners. That's not what she believes to be the most important. Her ideal is she believes that the strongest rule. Her bonds is that she'll bring wrath on the evil who destroyed her homeland. And her flaw is that she remembers the insults and the people that insulted her and holds a quiet grudge against her. In general, she's kind of like your punk rocker, like kind of mean. I don't want to say mean girl.
Just say it. She's up there.
She's not a very. She's a cold. Despite being a fire genasi, she's a very cold person. She is a humanoid. In silhouette, genasi do actually look like humans. She uses a warhammer and a light crossbow and a lot of magic, although most of it's for healing and helping. That's kind of the interesting thing with her. In contrast with her personality, is she does a lot of her stuff is for healing, because she believes that helping others will gain their trust to help her become more powerful.
What's her build?
Build in what way?
Height and weight.
Oh, she's interesting. So
She's 5 foot tall and 250 pounds.
She's 5 foot by 5 foot.
So I guess I'll just do all her injury. So she's 25 years old. They generally age at the same rate as humans, although they can live longer. She's 5'2", 115 pounds. She's got green eyes. Her skin is red, as most fire genasi are, and then her hair is yellow. Oh, she also uses a shield.
So, while you're listening to the mumblings of this madman, you are approached by a half-orc by the name of
Larry.
Larry the half-orc!
What color is his skin?
Purple.
So is Larry the
purple half-orc! He's a goddamn eggplant!
He's like, I'm on my way here from the children's show I work at. Teach them their ABCs and 1, 2 Z's.
He hails from VeggieTales.
1, 2 C's.
Okay.
What's your intelligence score? In this one?
His or his characters? 2 different numbers.
Yeah,
Very different.
modifier or score would be intelligence is 12, wisdom is 15.
Okay. So you're wiser than you're smart.
Sure, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Larry, obviously he's a purple half-orc.
It's Larry, the purple half-orc.
He is 5'7". He's 22 years old. He's 185 pounds. He has brown eyes, purple skin, and brown hair. And he's a simpleton. Think of Sloth from the Goonies, basically. He's just a kind-hearted half-orc who was thrown out of his clan because he just never... He's a half-orc. Orcs don't like half-orcs, obviously. So he joined a multi-species army just because he was this big guy, didn't know what to do with himself. So it's like Forrest Gump gets sent off to the army. And
Seeking some acceptance.
somehow worked his way up to being a lieutenant just because when he's told to do something, he doesn't. He just doesn't. And yeah, he just eventually got out of the army, which is called the Army of the Realms. And here he is, just heading along this road, meeting this, whatever the hell you are again.
Genasi.
Syr.
Meetings, and he just randomly meetings here.
Hi.
Hello.
So, is that your character voice?
Yes.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Okay. I'm actually loving that.
What's your character?
Thorin.
Okay.
It was one of the names in the book, and I picked that name.
Fair enough.
Which book? The Hobbit?
No,
Is
one
his
of
last
these
name
names
Oakenshield?
in the book.
Okay.
No.
What's his last name? Or is he anonymous?
He is, well, it's like one of those things where he doesn't really have a last name, but he kind of
Anonymous.
goes off of, like, Thorin, son of blank, son of blank.
Okay, well, who's he the son of, and who's the son of the son
He's
of?
Blank's son.
This is a chance for improv, sir.
This is a chance for improv. Okay.
My theater classes will help me now.
Son of Groin.
Well, I can't do Thrain or Thrawn because those are both Lord of the Rings.
Well, you already went with Thorin.
I did go with Thorin. Well, Thorin, son of, use your imagination. He's an Outlander barbarian. He's 4'3", 148 pounds, 69 years old.
Nice.
White skin,
Truly some groin.
red-brown hair. He has a very long beard, braided. It's kind of like alternating red and brown. I think he's a very good barbarian. He was born in the far west. He's actually the last of his, not the last of his kind, but
His line?
last of his line, and also part of the last generation, as his clan was sadly taken out by
Larry.
Larry the half-orc. That purple-skinned bastard took...
Larry's
So we're gonna dip right into combat as soon as we meet.
I have to warn you, Larry is strong as fuck, so you don't want to go.
We're gonna go on a lot of intelligence checks here.
Oh, we're so fucked.
Okay, well, so I'm just gonna go right into the traits and stuff of Thorin. He has a lesson for every situation, and he's very loyal and watches over his friends closely. He's his family and his friends and his clan. What's left of his clan is very close to him. He wants to keep the name of his clan alive.
Right.
His flaws, he has one flaw. He likes beer.
Oh, I should
That is
have
not a
said
flaw,
my.
sir.
I should have said my stuff.
That is actually a flaw, is like having too much fondness for drinks. That was an actual flaw for the Outlander, because I have the Outlander as well and remember reading.
Surprisingly, he has a lot of knowledge about stones.
He's
No,
a
that,
mountain dwarf.
That's a stone. That's a very good stone.
big rock there!
That's a small rock there.
I like that boulder.
That's a nice
boulder.
Also, being a barbarian, he is great with a lot of weapons. His favorites are a great axe. He has a big great axe. He has 2 hand axes, and he has 4 javelins.
Good
I
God.
don't know how you're
outfitted.
going to keep that many weapons on just a small person, but...
Hey,
I guess he
Deadpool can
finds
do
a
it.
way.
He mounts him on his shoulders everywhere he walks. He's got jab bombs just ready to...
Yeah, and
He is a barbarian.
he is a barbarian. He's very strong. Has a lot of constitution.
Constitution is literally...
The Constitution!
Because Nick Cage already stole the Declaration.
I'm still the Declaration of Independence.
You know, I don't really know what else I
I don't care what the movie is. I already signed the contract.
Okay, so Larry's personality traits is he faces problems head on, and he's very polite and respectful. He believes that our lot is to lay down our lives in defense of others. He fights for those who can't fight for themselves. And his flaw is that his hatred of his enemies makes him blind and unreasoning.
I'm so glad you made a dumbass goody two-shoes.
That's exactly what he is. He's
Yes.
a dumbass goody two-shoes.
Good. My will not
You
quite
have a
niceness.
Forrest Gump.
Mine will be.
That's what I was basically
will
picturing.
very much be able to
My,
use you.
He's
my
very
dwarf
difficult.
is
He's
kind of
very-
like
yes.
just a hard badass, like Gimli.
And then we have a sassy
Gimli.
bitch.
Yeah, even though his name's Thorin. So, Syr encounters this man on the side of the road. He seems to be mumbling to himself, clearly intoxicated, though she can't tell if it's because he's trying to block out the voices or if he is ranting because he is drunk. While she is listening and leaning in, Larry walks up.
Hello.
From the south, and from the north approaches Thorin.
Hello there.
Everybody approaching almost simultaneously, as if a moment of fate has sparked this very instant. And they all clearly make out one phrase that just seems to ring so deeply and true. It seems like a prophecy coming out of this old man's mouth when he says, "The first is at the place where the dandelions rise above and cover the people. The virile and virulent can be one and the same. The hill-tinged one is lost, and then several are found." And so, the first clue, it seems to ring like a bell across the air.
This drunken fool clearly has no idea what he's saying.
The madman's words speak of Farborough Farms. There's a farmhouse, shed, and barns on the road ahead that match the description of the madman's prophecy. They are green-painted walls with yellow roofs. It makes them look like huge dandelions.
There's the barn, guys.
They're within sight, so like 2 miles down the road. Though clearly, it is what he is speaking of, drunk as he may be.
Larry starts just kind of wandering towards them.
Like, okay.
Syr walks ahead towards these, though obviously with a air of annoyance, and is not trying to make it obvious, but is obviously trying to pace there faster than Larry or Thorin are. Well, if Thorin's even walking there.
Yeah, he is.
Is nobody doing anything with the old man? They're just kind of walking away from him?
Well, Larry, being a simpleton, hears this thing about barns, and then there's a barn over there you can see. He's like, oh, okay.
Before she leaves, Syr is going to grab the bottle from the old man and inspect it.
There's nothing significant about the bottle. It just appears to be nearly empty, with a small amount of liquor down at the bottom.
What kind
Give
of
it to
liquor?
me.
What kind of liquor?
Intensely strong whiskey.
All right.
Here, she hands it to Thorin.
Not bad.
I assume he consumes the rest of it.
Down the hatch.
It's a swallow. And it burns through the nostrils thoroughly. It is a very good whiskey. So, does everybody head towards this farm?
Yep,
Yeah, sounds like it.
I think so.
begrudgingly.
We're just going to ignore the old man and just keep going.
So, as you approach the farm, there's a pair of short figures carrying buckets from a stream towards the barn. There seems to be quite a bit of noise from the farmhouse itself, as if it is filled with angry people.
Larry calls out, hi there!
The door is propped open with a hayfork, showing that there is a chaotic scene. More than 24 people bustling about the kitchen. There are at least 10 children, of various races, non-human, and very few adults, who are all human. There is a woman in the middle, shouting above the loud noise, and in one arm she cradles an infant, and in the second, there is a second child resting in a sling at her waist. There are 3 other adults, and 1 young non-human, all holding newborns. Between the woman and the other people, there are 6 infants, all human.
These are clearly not the people in charge.
So there is a law. The first lord of Hillsfar, named Malthier, dictated that only humans were permitted within the city limits. And with his death, the second great law fell out of practice until recently. The current first lord, Thorin Nomerthal, revived the aged practice, and currently the only non-humans inside the walls of Hillsfar are combatants in the arena, fodder for the crowd's pleasure.
Fun stuff.
Sounds interesting.
And are we attempting to get into the city in this?
Well, it sounds like we're just going...
Because as of right now, we're just talking about a farm.
Yeah,
so
we're
I'm
at
not
a
quite
farm.
sure, like...
Well, as none of you 3 are humans, it's already assumed that your only entry into the city would be as if you were being traded as slaves to combat in the arena.
Well, my question is...
You are 3 travelers.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to... I think he's trying to ask...
We're
We're going to our
city.
farm. What does that have to do with the city at the moment?
Yeah, we're like, what are we trying to get to the city, or are we...
So, as fate would have it, you 3 were journeying along the road. One heading north, one heading south, and the other just rising from a nap. Only to happen upon this old man on the road. The circumstances of your meeting it seems entirely by chance, as if fate itself has determined that this moment needed to happen. None of you have been inside the city proper, but you have heard the horrific games that take place inside its walls.
Well, they can't be that bad.
They are death matches.
Sounds like a warm-up to me.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like the kind of place I could get in charge.
That was more narrative flavor than interaction, but yes. So I assume you are all approaching this farm?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were already there. I thought you described what was inside the farm.
You can hear what's going on inside the house.
Okay.
It's propped open with a hay fork.
Uh-huh.
And, what's everybody's passive perception?
12.
14.
13. So, Larry being the most perceptive of the bunch, surprisingly.
I know, right?
Very surprisingly.
Barely.
Simple minds leave a lot of room to notice things.
Very true. Feels like a Lego movie reference.
I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't have to clear your mind, because there's already nothing here.
That was a good one. That was awesome.
Very good. Alright, what does Larry notice, I guess?
Everything in the scene in front of him, involving the nearly 24 people inside the house and children.
Okay.
What were
The apparent matron of the house calls out, "If you're here for a meal, grab some taters from the bin and peel them. We'll cook them for you. You'll have to catch up and dress your own chicken, though. Before we eat, make yourselves useful. Somebody needs to go and fetch pine rock. Ask the 2 girls outside where that boy got off to. If you have any skill in husbandry, run out to the goat barn and see if Jovi's kids are ready to pop yet." Vernon takes the folks out and introduces them to Jovi. When you're done, come back for a meal.
Well, Syr's gonna go get one of the chickens.
So you're following Pineroth, yes?
Whatever way it goes to get a chicken.
Pineroth is one of the tieflings.
Okay.
Remember, all of the children in the house, other than the infants, are non-human.
Larry is going to start helping peel potatoes.
Okay.
So,
So,
basically,
are you the one who's entering
Thorin's
the
going to be a
barn?
midwife.
I guess I'm going into the barn.
Thorin the midwife.
As he can see that nobody else is eager to jump into the barn when we watch this birth.
Okay, well. Alright.
Alright. He says,
I guess I'll go give the animals help.
there are high-pitched shrieks of fear and panic as you enter the barn. There are a couple dozen goats, and most of them huddle in the corners, shying away from one goat in the middle.
Ah.
Her belly is hideously, grotesquely overgrown, and it shows that she is pregnant and very large. Even though you have seen many animals give birth, you have never seen something quite this abnormal. It seems unearthly how large her belly is. Heinroth begs you, Sir, help her, sir.
I can just picture Thorin like that.
Thorin's just standing there. Just,
All right. Let's give old Glory a go.
She's in labor, but having problems. You have to do a wisdom check. Or nature check.
so you
Grab a
take that,
pair of legs and start
take that
pulling.
D20 and you roll.
You may also attempt an animal handling check.
So those are going to be one of those down there.
My animal handling is +1.
Okay, what were the other two?
Oh, I should have gone
Wisdom, right?
there. Yeah.
Wisdom is...
Medicine or nature.
Okay, medicine, nature.
My medicine is also +1.
What's your nature?
+0.
I would use either medicine or animal handling.
I think,
Either one doesn't matter. They're both +1.
yeah, let's do medicine.
So you're going to roll the D20. All right. That is
18.
18 plus 1, 19.
19.
Well done.
During the birthing processes, it seems difficult at first, as clearly this goat is suffering during labor. But the first kid is wrestled from Jovi, who survives the experience so far. The firstborn goat comes out, and it is instantly clear what the problem is. The kid is much larger than a newborn goat, with bright red fur and two heads that stare at you with a mix of curiosity and stare. It immediately stands on its strong legs and wobbles away with a dismissive that is a deep and long and a little bit unsettling. Before you can react,
Jersey Devil.
a second red-furred kid emerges from Jovi. You know it is not uncommon for goats to have twins. But then another kid slides out. And then another.
What the hell?
It's a goat clown car.
What hole the hell did you open?
Yeah, what portal the hell did I just open?
You just pulled it out and popped it.
5 or more kids now lay on the
5 or more kids?
Good lord.
for a total of 6 very bizarre feet.
That was one hell of a roll.
I just killed the fucking goat.
She
Great
collapses
axe.
and starts convulsing. Your guide, he cries out in alarm, begging for help. I'm going to need you to do another medicine check.
3.
Yeah, she dies.
You just put a
You
knife
just
through
take
your
the
like,
axe and put her
yeah,
in
might as well
suffering.
put her out of her misery, kunk.
Thorin rushes over to Jovi and, not knowing exactly what he's doing, he is just shocked and he draws his knife to help clean the wounds of this clearly distressed mother. But he instead looks at the kids and slices her belly wide open.
Any more in there?
Looks like meat's back on the menu.
She gives a shuddering,
What the fuck did I just do?
And he stuffs Luke Skywalker in there.
God,
And I thought this was so good on the outside.
how many more of those demon fucks come out of there?
There's 6 of them, apparently.
I just cut her stomach open. How many more are just hiding in there? Guerrilla warfare, man.
There's a little one because it dropped
Of
out.
course.
Oh my god.
All right, continue.
I need you to do a check to see if you can sense evil energy off of these newborn kids.
They're running out 2 heads.
So that would probably
You're
be...
shocked. However, you don't exactly...
What would that be? Insight?
They let out a deep,
Intelligence.
low, unsettling.
Intelligence.
Intelligence check, Kyle. Get that D20 go and see if your dude can tell these dudes are the spawn of evil.
Go 20, dude.
1, he's like, this seems fun to me.
Plus your intelligence.
There you go.
modifier.
19.
19 plus.
You just know.
Just straight up and down, he doesn't have any. It's 19.
So you do detect evil
Thorin
off of
is
these
smart.
baby goats.
Yeah.
I would have laughed if you had rolled a critical fail.
This seems fine to me.
Roll a 1.
Oh,
Hey, how's it going? I'm Thorin.
I'm gonna name this one
Bites my head.
Bob. I'm gonna name this one Larry. I'm gonna name this one Chuck.
You look like Larry.
You look like a Larry.
Okay, so I picked up that these dudes aren't all up to good.
One of them pushes another one into traffic.
So, my first question here is, do you cry out to your companions for assistance, or do you charge forward?
I'm a barbarian.
But you can tell these goats are evil as shit.
Yeah.
And there's 6 of them. You are outnumbered.
Larry's in there singing the Andy Griffith
Pretty
theme,
much, you were
peeling
the only
potatoes.
one.
He's got a little anger.
You're the only one who entered the barn.
He's with the old women going...
He's peeling potatoes going just like shaving my balls. If only the other
There, what are you
guys
doing?
could see me
What are you whistling?
I don't know. It just seemed kind of catchy. Reminds you back home. Reminds me of home. Where everybody knows
Going
your
fishing
name.
with my dad, who's a cop.
Before he kicked me out of the clan.
Where's Syr at?
She went to go
Trying to catch a chicken.
get a chicken.
I picture her just running after chickens like, get back here, you little...
Alright.
No, that's not what she would do
I'm gonna call
at all.
on my
We had
newly
gotten to
found
that.
friends.
So you cry out.
Larry! Syr!
Thump, 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 thump. Just barges into the farm.
I'm gonna need
That's
you
right,
to roll a
barn.
perception check real quick.
Okay. That is a 17.
Larry inside the house hears Thorin cry
It's like
out.
calling Lassie. Just drops the potatoes, throws Apron off.
What's that, Lassie? Thorin's fighting Satan.
What that, Lassie? Thor's fighting Satan. Okay.
Matter of fact, Larry is so in tune, he even heard the demon goats bleat. However,
what the hell we're doing.
Syr,
Syr hears him call out and go, "It's pronounced Syr, you imbecile."
Shouldn't she do a perception check as well, see if she hears?
yes.
Oh, by the way, when she goes to go for the chickens, she's not going to be like those inferior morons and chase after them.
Yeah, she has a...
She's going to cast Produce Flame, hit one of the chickens.
She's
with
gonna
it.
fry the chickens right
She got
there.
a big lighter as her middle finger.
I'm gonna need you to roll that.
Alright, we'll do. 10, so it's 14.
At this point, Syr casts Produce Flame, and the chicken doesn't seem quite roasted on its feet, but it is struck, and it falls over, just smelling strongly of burnt feathers.
She walks over, picks it up, cuts off his head, cleans it up, and gets ready to eat it.
Okay.
When she hears Thorin calling out.
Fuck in the barn, man.
And after she hears him
Shit's going down in the
fire, she's like,
Thorin's by himself with
She doesn't even hear Thorin. More so, she sees Larry
Fuck
drop his potatoes.
Mid-peel.
He's just got this like
how far is this
Barn.
barn from the chickens?
And you see Larry dash out of the house and straight towards the barn.
I'm coming, Thorin.
Imbecile. And then she
It
continues to eat
sounds
her
like
chicken.
Syr is doing nothing.
the goats just start chanting.
She meanders that way while eating the chicken that she is pretty much roasted.
And I thought he was the barbarian.
Basically, she's gonna get there late if this is combat. So she's not gonna
just
be.
taking
She's
her
not gonna
fucking
be
time.
there right
We're
away.
gonna take 3 turns with each of them before.
Sounds good. Basically,
yeah.
she's just gonna meander over there.
And I'm gonna need you to roll some initiative.
Okay. You should have
So,
initiative
Kyle, wrong
bonus
dice.
there.
You're gonna need the D20.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I have a +1 initiative.
Alright, so you roll +1.
12.
8.
Rip.
We're fighting fucking demon goats.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, I wish I was my druid right now. Then I could turn into demon goats later on.
So, Thorin is covered in blood. Goat, blood and placenta, from fingertips to elbows,
Ugh.
as he helped to birth these unholy spawn.
Put that on your resume.
Only the first one, though. After that, he was mortified by how unholy
See
and
5 more.
Just want 5 more to just pop out of there. Hey,
even
I
seeing
don't-
the first one, which has 2 heads.
Do all of them have 2 heads?
No, just the first one.
Oh.
So
It
they're all
is enormous.
like red.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like demons.
Is it red like your hoodie red? Like cherry red?
We are talking middle of the fire red. They seem to glow almost.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. We won't miss
As
that.
if their bodies emanate light in a weird sort of...
Turn off the lights!
I thought the lady who told us what our tasks probably knew about this shit.
I mean, she's still in there peeling potatoes. She even totally ignored Larry dropping his peeler and dashing to the bottom.
I imagine that Larry, like, took minutes to
mid-whistle.
get the apron off all the way and, like, just did the part in the back and the bottom. And when he started running, it kind of whipped around backwards. It was like a superhero cape while he's running to save the day until he, like, rips it off. And
I'm imagining the farm people like, the goats had some demon goats again.
Well, they had some demon bastards!
Bob, get shotgun!
Again? Go grab the great axe! So, as Larry bursts through the door of the barn.
Huh? What? What's going on here? Why are they all red? Why do they have two heads?
I hope you brought your weapons, Larry.
Larry whips out his longsword and holds his shield up, freaking the fuck out because there's demon goats. But of course, he's been in the army, so he is not scared. He's a little disturbed.
That's a 5 against AC.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, that was definitely a
Okay.
fail.
Okay.
Definitely a fail.
So, as Larry comes through the doors of the barn, he notices a goat immediately by the door, dashes straight towards him, but he has enough time to react and kind of knocks the goat aside. It doesn't hurt the goat at all, but he definitely dodges its attack. We're gonna do a 22 against AC.
Me again? Okay,
They
that
don't like
hits.
Larry.
Pretty sure that hits.
They like Thorin. They're like,
Daddy!
whoa!
It's good for it to be low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you rolled it twice!
Yeah, because it's got two heads.
Oh, that's right.
The big boss goat.
Oh, kill the big boss goat.
What you doing?
Here, I thought they all had two heads.
You need the attack.
There's just the one.
Okay.
There's just the one boss.
He's the
Demon
big
goat
boss.
And
is
yes,
one
he
with-
was the firstborn.
Demon goat is
The eldest son.
This is the goat father. No,
So-
my brother's attack.
So you hit me for how much?
5 damage.
Okay.
Oh!
So, and that's a critical fail.
The goat trips and bangs his horn into his leg. Ah!
The big boss goat just goes on both heads.
So I'm
This
going to
is why
need
you
you to
just
roll for an
administration.
opportunity strike.
What I roll with 20?
D20,
Yep,
yes.
D20.
Nice.
6 plus your attack bonus on whatever weapon you're using.
My great axe. So that's actually a 5 there. 5. So
11?
5 plus, you're using great axe, plus 5 is 10.
Okay, yeah, that's going to hit.
Good
Nice.
job,
All right.
Thorin.
So now,
You're
your
Billy Ray
great, your great
Badass.
axe uses the 1d12. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so this
it's
is
a
the
fucking great axe.
That's the d12. You roll that for damage. It's 1d12 plus, what's your strength?
1d12.
1d12 plus 3.
So you could do 50. You could kill this goat in one shot, bud.
If it's got 15 health.
5.
So,
I hit the motherfucker, but he just kind of brushes it off.
so after this goat first plows into Larry, its other head gets caught underneath its feet, distracted. And Thorin immediately leaps on the opportunity, pulling his axe directly off of his back. In a single swing, brings it down onto the goat, inflicting a deep wound into its side. Though not mortal.
You gotta remember, these are level 1, so we're not facing, like...
He is still
God.
in shock at the fact that there is a goat with 2 heads, also speaking with a demonic voice.
Wait, the goat's
Speaking with a
Sorry,
demonic
what?
voice.
So what?
Yeah, it's more like speaking in an infernal tongue that nobody can understand.
You should have gone for the head.
Which one?
That would be the only line understood.
You should have gone for the other head.
Snaps his goat fingers.
Hoofs?
His hooves.
He's got claps his hooves together.
He more so rubs his toes together and just goes, oh shit.
But in his native tongue, so like...
Alright, so who's up next?
Thorin, actually.
Fuck yeah. Do I roll my d12 again?
Your D20.
You have to
roll my d20.
Which goat are you swinging at?
Bitch, I'm going for the beast. 2 head.
the two-headed beast.
18.
That's going to hit.
Plus.
It was not
it doesn't matter. It hits.
It's going to hit.
Oh, shit. 16.
That's 14. That's an 11.
3.
I thought it was that.
No, the attack bonus is on your d20 roll.
That's if you hit them.
Alright.
So
14.
After Thorin has landed his strike on the hide of this goat, he kind of collects himself, and his training kicks in, and he knows right where to aim for the vitals. And he swings his axe, and in a single stroke, severs the spine right behind the heads. And the goat just, with a final, falls over dead.
Kyle's just like, fuck yeah!
Kyle or Thorin?
Both of them.
And he definitely teabags the two-headed goat.
Oh, where that came from.
Though being a dwarf, he doesn't have far to bend over to do so.
He's only
Keep
have
going.
one.
I've still got 3 rounds, so I'm in, including this one.
Oh god, there's one before me, at least. Yeah, Rick's not even in the fight. He's just walking, eating it.
14 against AC.
Nope.
So another goat dashes at Larry, but he is able to catch it by the horns and kind of push it to the side. No harm is taken to him, but it is enough to where he has to dodge. And it is now Larry's turn.
Larry's gonna take his longsword. He's gonna swing at the goat that just tried to hit it. That is a 19.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. 6 damage.
After this goat has charged at Larry, he pulls out his sword, and with a single stroke, following Thorin's example, but with much more of his half-worked strength, cleaves the entire goat in half, slicing through.
We're gonna be done with this before Syr gets there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fail.
A goat looks at that what just happened and just runs away.
The last goat born is going to offer an opportunity strike. Larry.
Okay, so yeah, 20 after modifiers.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
Okay, another longsword. That's 9.
Another goat rises just to its feet, and with a wobbly step, it walks forward and swings its horns angrily at Larry, who, pulling his sword out of the corpse of his brother, swings it right back underneath and cuts this second goat's head completely clean off. Completely entering full battle mode.
Save some for the rest of us.
You started this fight. I'm just finishing it.
How did he start the... Oh, wait.
He pulled the goats out of the goat!
Just the first one.
He opened the portal to hell. Oh, don't tell me we have to crawl in the portal to get to hell if you know.
8 against AC.
8 against 14. What is that?
It means
That means that I've...
you have to be AC in order to be able to do damage. That's what the first roll is.
Oh, okay. So the goat fails his attack.
The goat flops. Hardcore.
He's a fucking noob.
Not even hardcore flop, but it's just a flop.
So what's next?
So 13 against AC.
Did they fail?
Okay, that one's also gonna fail. Just because it's a 2. Plus 3, so I mean it's a 5, but nobody's AC is a 5.
They don't make demon goats like they used to. Second rate.
I'm gonna need you to roll for your attack. There are 3 goats left.
I'm gonna use one of my javelins. I'm gonna see if I can throw one at him.
That is a different damage.
Yeah, you would use dexterity instead of strength.
I have a +1 dexterity.
Yeah, it's just thrown
Impale the bitch.
accurately up to 30 feet.
Yep.
Inaccurately up to 120 feet. Show us how the Olympics are done.
11. Is it gonna hit?
I think so. Yeah,
that's gonna hit.
You hit the big one with 10, so I was.
You're right.
No, it was higher than 10.
I meant on his opportunity attack. At some point, I know he rolled a
10.
Thorin takes a step, and with a keen eye, he holds back his javelin, steps forward, and at the same time, in a fluid motion, lets loose this javelin, which goes not through the heart, not through the lungs, but straight through the neck of this goat. Impaling it to the ground. It doesn't drop. it hits the ground with the weight of the javelin.
Hell yeah, it does.
Like a sack of potatoes.
I guess Larry's gonna start peeling goat necks. A little bit of his orcish side comes out, sees the blood, it's like...
Interestingly enough, Larry is next.
3 against 2, my friend.
Two
I'm gonna even the odds.
2 heads.
He's like a fucking Gimli.
18,
That still only counts as 1.
17, 18, 19, 20.
And so on. Okay, so I'm gonna swing at the nearest goat to me. If they're not near me, I'll walk up to them if I have to. Yeah, with my longsword. Definitely gonna hit. It's 22.
So roll for damage, please.
That is 5.
Larry leans and thrusts deep into the chest of the goat nearest him. And with a single thrust, he has seemed to sever the artery right next to the heart. And the goat gives a final and collapses as life escapes it.
We are laying waste to baby goats. We are doing
other reason than
the
they
Lord's
sound
work right off the bat.
12 against AC.
That's not gonna happen.
So there is only one baby goat left, who charges at Thorin and instead misses just barely enough to tumble outside the doors of the barn. And it makes it within 10 feet of Syr, just to look Syr in the eye, as if ready for an attack. And it is Syr's turn.
Syr's looking at this and just simply states, "What are these morons done now?" You see this small, spry, humanoid thing reach back and grab this big-ass warhammer from behind her.
Say goodnight.
I dig it.
18 versus AC.
She's gonna smash its fucking head in.
That might hit.
Alright.
You might stub its toe.
I almost rolled a 1d6 on that. That deals 8 damage.
The goat stumbles out, and Syr draws a hammer almost out of instinct and smashes the brains completely flat against the ground. There's clearly nothing left of the goat.
I love that it looked at her first. Like, you mentioned that it just kind of, like, looks up at me with an evil malice, and I just go...
Experience?
She then
Instinct.
She then kind of, like, shakes the blood and guts off her hammer, puts it back, grabs the door of the barn, swings it open, and goes, "What are you two idiots doing?"
How the hell does she know we're idiots? We just fucking met. Alright, that's right, you
She's
look down
not
on
nice. She looks down on people. She's
Fucking Azul.
cold-hearted.
How much experience did we get?
Oh, yeah, how much?
50 each.
Is anybody hurt?
I am. You don't need to heal me though.
Okay.
I have a feature called Second Wind. I
yes.
can draw from a well of stamina to heal myself. 1d10 plus my fighter level, so at most a 11. So I heal myself for 9 points of damage. That just basically brings me back to my hit point maximum. And after a short or long rest, I gain that feature back.
So, as the party exits this barn, they hear a cry of one of the children of the house.
Oh, I should have kept that second one.
You killed my goat.
Oh, great. We just incurred the wrath of the village.
It seems to be a thicket of willows that is near the barn.
The kid?
Yes.
Larry does a perception check. 15.
It seems to be a pack of dogs surrounding this young boy.
Larry just sprints at them. Part of his character. Helps anyone in need.
Kid should have been smart.
Hey! Leave him alone! Hey! Leave him alone!
I'm gonna go after Larry
Anyone
because even though we've
Ralph.
just met, I think we're now.
We just kind of
It
stabbed
seems
the-
We're now a little more than acquaintances, as we
Yeah.
just kicked a bunch of goat ass earlier.
Yeah, I'd say we're a little bit more.
So I'm gonna go help Larry out.
And we're just going to casually walk behind
Because I, like,
us.
Syr-
because I watch out for my friends.
Seer walks over there, but begrudgingly.
She's going to be late to every fight.
Not late to
party.
the fight as much
She
as
just seems extremely fed up with everybody.
You are fucking May. You're just like, always sighing. You're just like,
Yeah, she like sighs, rolls her eyes, and then just walks over, pulling out her warhammer.
Upon approaching, You notice that the pack consists of 5 dogs with one that is significantly larger. It's definitely the alpha or leader.
That child wears the cone of shame.
He wears the cone of shame!
I'm going to need you all to roll some more initiative.
Sweet. Just right into our fight. Rolled a nat 20, so that's 22.
7.
17.
Since Larry is the first person to charge forward, is he going to attack one of the smaller dogs or go straight for the alpha?
He's going straight for the fucking alpha. Seeing this child being attacked by this big fucking dog, he's going to try and pick the dog up and chuck it as far as he can.
So I'm going to need you to roll a strength check for that.
Okay. That is a 15.
That is actually going to fail.
Damn!
Whoa! Strong fucking dog!
Bye!
So, Larry
His stupid
charges
bit of
straight
rage.
into this combat.
Bark, bark, motherfucker.
No, that's not bark, but
Bark, bark.
the dog looks at him and goes,
Mike Tyson of dogs.
the rippling muscles of this alpha just resist. And Larry, the eggplant, only approaches. He throws his weight against the alpha in a contest of strength. And out of nowhere, lightning streaks across the sky. And the dog resists.
That's one strong fucking dog.
Almost overpowering Larry.
They're just growling at each other.
Almost seeming to communicate.
Larry's drooling as much as the dog is.
Ah, 'tis a drooling contest.
2 against AC is definitely going to fail.
Who are you attacking?
I guess it doesn't matter.
So, since Larry is the first one that heads into the clearing, one of the underling dogs takes a bite at him, but definitely misses. It's a snip that is intended to miss the alpha. But since Larry and the alpha are so interlocked in this battle, it doesn't want to harm its elder. It is Thorin.
Thorin is going to attack whatever dog is attacking Larry because he's defending his friends.
The alpha or the dog who attacked first?
The dog who attacked first.
Okay.
I'm going to use my 2 hand axes, actually.
So you cross the distance to these dogs, kind of charge in.
I am very close behind Larry.
So Thorin is definitely running straight for the pack and pulls out his axes, heading straight for the dog that snipped at Larry.
So you roll twice, one for each axe.
Yes.
See if they both hit.
20.
Nat 20, so you roll twice for damage.
20.
Okay, so
I'm going to need you to roll 4 times for damage.
okay, so this is how it works.
And yes, it's on the same dog.
With the first axe,
dead.
yeah, with the
okay,
yeah,
that's
with
fine.
the first axe, you use your strength to add to damage, but the second one you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one is just straight
So
down.
roll.
Hand axe is, I think, a d6.
Here.
Roll twice for 1.
Then add strength.
So 7 plus what's your strength?
3. So
10.
8.
No, 7 plus 3 is 10.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Then my second axe
It's just straight up 2.
2. That's okay.
So,
He's gonna die anyway.
Is that thunder? Lightning streaks across the sky.
Thorin rushes straight into battle.
Goddamn right he does.
2 fucking 20s in a row.
Axes blazing like.
The very fury of his clan seems to be embodied by the weapon in his hands. With his first swing, cleaves the dog from mouth to shoulders. His second swing, just kind of, he notices the clean stroke of his axe and just kind of admires it. And his second axe just kind of whiffs in the breeze. Still hitting its mark, but not as much
Clips
strength.
the dog in the butt.
Even though the dog is completely dead before he has finished his first stroke.
Are you okay, Larry?
He's still, mind you, he's still struggling with the big guy. Like,
He's still locked in combat.
Very bad. So who's up next? Our dog.
Well, he didn't say anything, so I imagine a dog.
With a 7 against AC.
Doesn't matter who it was against. Just make it narratively interesting.
And now 13 against AC.
Me?
Yes.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Because they're primarily going to target Larry.
Yeah.
Since he fucking went to punch the big dog.
Straight
I
on
wasn't
to the
punching it. I was
alpha.
trying to pick it up and chuck it.
This dog is a heavyweight boxer. You're not going to pick him up.
I'll walk up and give him a bowling rope.
Once it's itching and scratches behind
7 against your AC?
That ain't going to work.
How about a 13?
No.
You wouldn't have to have animal friendship on you, would you?
Okay.
The spell.
Does your other middle finger have like a milk bones in there?
Click. He just goes. Just like imagine one flicks out of his finger.
17.
Fuck.
Dogs
What's
are
your
still
AC?
going. I didn't roll that
14.
initiative.
There are 6 total dogs.
And they're all before me!
Yep, they are.
Damn.
Probably, I'm going to guess his attack is bite, similar to a rat.
I would assume so.
I don't think dogs really can swing at you with a sword.
Highly doubtful. I don't think they breathe
Just
fire.
grabs it in its mouth.
Unless it's a hellhound, they don't breathe fire.
Apparently this alpha dog eats his Wheaties.
There's something fucking wrong with this farm.
So, Thorin takes 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
You know how to
These
do it.
dogs, after seeing Thorin cleave this other one in two, dives forward and just bites right between the plates of his armor and digs his teeth into his shoulder.
Thorin finally.
And it is finally Syr's turn.
She's going to put her shield back on her back for now, and she's going to take the warhammer in both
What
hands.
does that drop your AC to?
16. And she's going to loosen her grip enough around it to kind of like spin it around, and she's going to like kind of pull back to hit one of the dogs on the side of the head. 10 versus AC.
That's not going to hit.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Got ourselves a fight, brothers.
She draws her hammer and she swings, and the dog just lightly and calmly hops over the hammer. And
I
just
just
kind of
see
looks at
it
Syr like, you were trying to hit me?
Stupid dog.
Now it is Larry's turn.
Larry wants to try again and out wrestle this dog.
Is that
And-
a strength?
Yeah, strength check to try and pick it up and throw it as hard as he can. That's a 19.
That's a
it.
success.
Cool. I'm trying to just throw this dog as hard as I can.
Can you roll a d6, please?
Okay. That's 6.
Larry, by some measure of willpower, has turned and overthrown this alpha, and with a twisting motion, he throws this dog against a tree and wounds it. It doesn't appear to be a bad wound, but it is enough to knock the pride off the dog.
Larry slams his fist into his chest and howls.
So, it is a dog's turn.
It just started dancing.
It's a 22 against AC.
Yeah, it hit me.
Oh my god.
He did that to me last fucking time with his goat.
Bark, motherfucker.
There's one goat and
Bark,
one dog,
bark,
which
sniff.
with good attacks.
I spent 10 years training on the mountains to bite real good.
I spent years of fighting in the mountains.
They gave me treats when I did good. So I did real
7
good.
damage.
Because I
Okay.
like treats.
One of the underling dogs, immediately seeing the alpha thrown off, seizes the opportunity and grips right into Larry's lower back. He's going straight for the liver. Larry's most used organ.
Would that be Thorin's?
Oh, I see we have another drunkard in this podcast.
Definitely Dracarys's.
A amongst the ranks of Dracarys.
Where did Drew carry into this?
Drink up, my friend. What?
Why is Drew carrying this now?
Drew Carey.
So it's another dog's turn.
Surprise, surprise.
16 against AC.
It's gonna hit.
Well, this fight's gonna end real soon against fucking dogs.
Yeah, dog. Why are these
We had
dogs?
demon
5
goats,
damage.
and we kicked their asses to the curb.
Why are these dogs so OP?
I have no idea.
They're all AC.
Dog steroids!
Honestly.
He's got 5 HP, I have 6 HP.
It's a little hint, sire.
Thorin is distracted by Larry being bitten, and he turns for just a brief second, long enough for a dog to latch itself onto his arm. It is a bloody wound.
Oh god.
We got 5 dogs that are still alive and can go all before Syr.
Did we skip Thorin's turn or something, or is Thorin like up next?
He's up next.
Okay. I was going to say, where the hell
It is
Thorin?
Thorin's turn. So, I assume you're attacking one of the regular pack dogs, or are you attacking the alpha?
He's attacking the child.
I'd start taking out some of these other dogs.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's only one that's dead.
Well, it's going to be two. Then,
I killed a dog and I liked it.
We sure about that?
The taste of their blood on my hands.
Oh, I'm sorry. For the rest of the podcast, is that a critical fail?
Ooh.
Yes, that's a critical fail.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
You whiffed so bad.
Were you attacking the alpha, or were you attacking one of the regular pack
I was
dogs?
attacking a regular pack.
Bet you that dog's going to take an opportunity attack
You remember
against
that
you.
dog that leaped over his swing? This one just leaped even higher.
I just gave
This
this
one's
dog
like
a belly rub.
This one's like underdog. It's like...
Your axe just smashes against it.
That's a 14 against AC.
Nope.
Ooh.
Wait.
Wait, what's your AC?
14.
Roller always
So,
wins.
Yeah,
the dog
attacker
actually
wins
lands in
on
the
an
head.
attack. Basically, the roller, whoever's on the dice always wins in a tie.
That's another 4 damage.
You're down to 1 HP.
You're using your 2 hand axes, correct?
I guess so.
So you need to roll for their second attack. You only rolled for 1.
I'll roll first.
Critical fail.
Critical
He
hit.
throws it and it kills the
What's
child.
that?
10. No, it's a +3 for my second.
Hand
So
action.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to roll some damage.
Get him good. Get him to the Greek.
4.
Thorin, for a brief moment, is locked in this intense combat where he swings and misses at this dog, leaving himself completely exposed. The dog lunges and lashes into his neck. It looks like a mortal wound, but it is not yet. Thorin is still alive. And he swings with his second axe and lands it straight into the ribs of this dog. It is also still alive, but they seem to be locked in this single moment of throes of death.
Well, that's a predicament.
Yeah, you're welcome to come at any time.
19 against AC, Syr.
Alright, you want to roll some damage?
We're looking at 7 damage.
Okay.
So, one of the dogs lunges at Syr, just latches onto her Achilles, and it feels as if she can't even walk at this point. She can only reach what is within range. And it's finally Syr's turn.
If I were to cast a spell that required this dog to make a dex saving throw, would the fact that it's latched on to me give it disadvantage?
I would give you advantage on your roll, considering
He
it's at
doesn't roll.
point blank.
No, it's
You
the
make a
dog
dodge-
would make a dexterity saving throw
If it
to try to
saves-
dodge.
What's the
What is
Sa-
spell?
Sacred Flame. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from cover for the saving throw. I'm asking, would it have disadvantage since it's latched onto her leg?
No, the dog does definitely not have
Okay.
disadvantage.
Alright, well,
The only reason it would have disadvantage is if it was injured, which it is not.
What did it roll?
A 9.
What's your spell saving DC?
12.
So it failed. It got hit.
So, D8.
I guess that is what I'm doing. 1d8 plus
Nothing.
4.
It's a spell, dude.
Yeah, attack bonus.
No, attack
Oh,
bonus
no,
is
yeah.
for if it hits.
Yeah, no, so 3 damage.
A beam of light appears from heaven, and it just seems to burn this dog that has latched onto Syr, burning away some of the flesh straight off of its bones.
When she's done with this, she's taking her shield out.
It's my turn, is it not?
Larry sneezes and falls asleep.
Larry runs away as fast as he can.
Are you still locked in combat with this alpha, or are you
I
going
am-
for one of the secondaries?
I'm focused on this alpha. I'm
He's going
I'm
after
taking
it.
my longsword out, and with 2 hands, because it's versatile, I'm gonna charge at it and swing at it as I go. That's 24.
That's gonna hit.
Cool. 11 damage.
After throwing this alpha straight into the tree, he draws his sword and in a single motion just charges forward, thrusts it, and it grazes right across the breastbone. It bleeds deeply, but it is not a mortal wound.
I feel like Colossus going toe-to-toe with the Juggernaut.
Thorin, you are next up in combat,
I'm going to go for the one that tried to bite my neck.
who successfully did. +5, so 11.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
I'm going to need you to roll your second hand next.
8.
That's not going to hit. So,
hard to aim with a
Thorin
dog.
is a bit staggered, and the blood running out of his body has weakened him enough to where he is kind of seeing double, and his swings taste nothing but air as he staggers towards his target.
So who's next?
Probably a dog, because there are like 6
Five of
dogs.
them.
And I
5
don't get to
dogs.
do
Or
anything.
5 dogs.
Well, let's do this.
Larry and I are on the brink of.
They're lining up outside.
I'm all on the brink of death, and I was going to heal somebody, but somebody took my query and thought it was my action.
12 against AC. Syr.
That's not going to touch her. That dog going to smack its head against her fucking shield, bro.
Well, I assume 6 will also not do it.
No. I like how they're dead set on killing their healer.
So, 7 against Thorin's AC is also not going to hit.
No.
These dogs are with him.
7 against your AC will also
These
not
dogs
hit.
are all just playing with chew toys this round.
And a 12 against your AC.
Nope.
This entire time, the dogs are very disheartened after seeing the alpha take such a powerful hit from Larry.
Larry.
Yeah, he's definitely Team Player of the Year. Anyway,
Play the game.
and they all miss their attacks. So I'm gonna need Larry to roll for his attack, because he's up next.
Oh, he is he?
What happened to Seer?
Oh, he is he? Out from the ashes comes Syr, the motherfucking...
I love how you get a little wild.
sorcerer.
With a tower full of grimace and a terrible smell.
I take it since all these dogs tried to attack
Syr pulls the tension wire.
It was an even distribution.
that one dog is no longer attached to her Achilles tendon.
after seeing the leader take
Alright, well, she's gonna limp, I guess, since she's got a busted ankle over near
Busted
Larry, and she is going to use Cure Wounds on Thorin.
Thank Christ.
a 4.
Are you underbearing? Oh,
What's the die for that? Or
A 1d8.
he's healed for 8.
8? Thorin's at 9, baby. I'm back, baby.
Revitalize and ready to kill.
Remember what I've done for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bitch. About time you joined the fight. Or something.
so Larry's turn again.
Do it again with 2 hands.
Oh, he's gonna. What has he done it before?
He's gonna take 2 hands to get the job done right.
That's what it usually takes for him?
Oof, only 11. That's not gonna do the job, is it?
Just barely.
Oh, I gotta mark it.
Since he's gonna whip that, he's gonna pull his shield out.
So it is now Thorin's turn.
You know what? I'm feeling lucky. I'm gonna go for the alpha. I have a good feeling about this.
Are you
Where
rolling
you
with
use-
both of your hand X's?
Yep. 18.
That's gonna hit.
20.
That is also gonna hit. I'm gonna
Oh,
need you
here
to
we
roll
go.
damage for both.
Okay, so 8 for the first one.
Yep.
And 4 for the second.
If 12 damage doesn't kill it, I don't know what it's gonna do.
So Thorin,
Look at
after seeing Larry bury his sword in the alpha, he charges forward and says, "I can clean this up," and just swings both of his axes. The first hit seems to hit its mark very well, but then the second one just drives it home and cleaves this dog straight to the brain, and it's dead immediately.
Let's go.
Alright, that was my kill!
You weren't doing anything.
Remember what I've done for you.
Piss off, Simon.
Nice moves, Tinkerbell.
12 against AC, Syr.
Not on your life, sonny boy.
Funny Jen.
I assume a 7 will not hit anybody.
No. I like how you're just like, anybody?
Sorry,
I'll
what
take
is
any
it?
takers. I'm throwing an attack out there. I don't really have anybody in mind, but if any...
18.
Shit. Yeah, barely. They tied, actually, with my shield.
5 damage.
Well, I'm down to 1 HP.
I did not know Larry was from Antebellum South.
As Larry observes the kill of the alpha dog, he laughs to himself, but one of the dogs just takes this as an opportunity and just lashes himself right into Larry's shoulder. Right next to the collarbone. Yeah. No, it hurts. 8. It
He's
is
like bitch
not going to
buddies.
work against Thorin's AC.
Is the dog gonna give me a kiss?
So it is now Larry's turn.
Syr's turn.
Syr's turn.
Yeah,
He does not want
I am dead set on
Yeah, we need to go to Sears. See, I had this really.
closed one or
What
the
will
really
Larry do
closed
next?
ones?
How many dogs have we even got left to kill?
I think 3.
4.
Okay. Sears is going to cast Cure Wounds on Larry. Friend, let me help you. 4 health.
Okay.
It's
That
fine.
is finishing Syr's turn, yes?
Yeah, she's still got her shield up. She had walked over to him and healed him.
Okay, so it is now Larry's turn.
Watch this, pretty lady. Watch this, pretty lady. Watch this, pretty lady.
He goes to attack one of the dogs with his longsword. And this is one-handed, because he's going to keep his shield up.
Is
That
this a
is
dog that's already
18.
wounded or not?
I'll go for the wounded one, and that's 18.
There are 2 wounded dogs.
Give me one of the freaking dogs. I don't know. The one guy...
Russian roulette.
is there one more hurt than the other?
Yes.
So I'll take the one that's the most hurt. It's 18 against AC.
That will hit.
Okay. Let's kick this dog's ass. 9 damage.
In a windmill-like motion, Larry brings his sword after getting a boost of healing from Syr, and he swings his sword in a full motion, and with a full momentum cleaves this dog in half.
Very good, Larry.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I love playing a character as manipulative as fuck.
And so, Larry successfully murders this dog.
About time. Very good, Larry.
Thorn doesn't go?
16 against AC.
Hi, I had my shield up. I have 18 AC.
Where's Thorn's
Wham.
turn?
Thorn already went.
No, it didn't.
No, it
I just
didn't.
cleaved the dog in half.
Fuck, you're right.
Don't skip Billy Badass.
Billy Badass.
Mr. Really Badass to you.
It is definitely Thorin's turn.
He's still using his 2 hand axes. So it's a 9.
That's not going to hit.
That's not gonna hit either.
Damn.
So it's not an 18 plus the attack bonus.
No, it was a 3.
He threw that hand axe at the child.
What the hell is wrong with you? Remember
Certainly
when
not Credence. So 16 against AC.
Hi, I had my shield up. You ain't touching her. Bye. 18 AC, son.
8 against AC.
Bye.
Also is not going to hit.
Oh, twisted plot, that hit.
I'll see you.
Wouldn't want to be you.
12 against AC.
Bye.
Also is not going to hit. And it is now Larry's turn.
It's Syr's turn.
Syr's turn.
Jeez.
He doesn't even
Seer
know.
flips off the sky.
To no avail, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check
Alright,
on
so
that.
what? Okay, so I
Her
actually.
middle finger extends and flames just shoot at them.
We have 3 dogs, right?
There are 3 dogs left.
How many are damaged?
1.
How close is she to the one that's damaged?
Within 20 feet. It's
Fuck
within
yeah.
striking distance.
She, for the first time in fucking her life, apparently, is gonna run at the dog. She's gonna put her shield away, get her warhammer with both hands, and run at that fucking dog and try and bash his fucking brains in or something. Alright, that's 2 plus 4, 6. 6 versus AC.
She charges forward with her warhammer and trips over her shoelace.
Where's the Warhammer?
Lands face first.
Such fury!
Blood.
And trips over a tree root.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is-
Are you DM?
No.
Is Larry within 10 feet of Syr?
Everybody is within 30 feet of each other.
10 feet, I asked. Is Larry within 10 feet of Syr?
She has to go out of her way to get to the dog that she is.
Yes, she.
Failing
You said
to strike
you
at.
said that she was 20 feet away from the dog. I have 30 feet movement, so I have 10 more feet. That's what I'm asking. Is he 10 feet or less away from her? At this
So
point?
I'm actually going to give you a more or less disadvantage after you try to strike.
So how much movement speed did I lose for tripping?
Half.
Fucking 5 feet of
It's
tripping.
like you have to stand.
All right, fine. Is he 5 feet or less away from me?
Not.
I'm moving
after
5
stand
feet
up.
towards him because he can protect me if I get hit, and he can run at me and try and reduce damage or whatever. She's also taking her fucking shield back.
That is
out.
totally something he can do of his own free will.
Yeah, but she's gonna move as close as she can to that fuck and take out her shield.
That fuck.
That's the direction she'll move. Okay.
Yes. And that's the end of her turn. Shield out 5 feet closer to Purple Boy.
Mr. Eggplant. Thank you.
Mr. Banana Beat to you.
Syr charges to make an attack at one of the dogs, and in the process of charging forward, she doesn't notice that one of her boots is, clearly untied, and trips over her shoelaces. Tumbling forward, she stumbles, and then trips and rolls, and turns, looking towards her companion, who she has just healed, and crawls in his direction.
This is stupid.
That was in character.
My turn?
Yes, it is Larry's turn.
I guess Larry's gonna go after the dog that Syr was attacking, because he saw that pretty lady fell on the ground, and he's concerned for her safety when he sees that she utterly flipped and failed.
Manipulation is a girl's best friend.
So he runs at her. I'll help you, pretty lady! And he swings his longsword at the dog she was trying to attack. He didn't do much better, so he got a 9.
Larry, totally distracted by Syr tumbling through the grass and tripping over her own shoelaces. Larry just kind of stares.
Oh my god.
And so his attack totally misses. Now it is Thorin's turn.
Get her done.
Thorin the Mighty.
I'm gonna get her done.
Were you attacking? And what way?
Yeah, are you attacking the injured dog, which both of these two failed to attack, or are you going after one of your own?
You got her, you dog.
I strongly suggest that.
12 isn't gonna hit, is it?
Maybe
Yeah,
12.
12 hits.
Cool beans.
Found their AC.
And a 21 also hits.
Yes, a 21 also hits.
See, this is why.
So I'm gonna need you
bad.
to roll twice for damage. Once for each hit.
14.
Thorin watches the whole exchange between Syr and Larry and just turns immediately, and as this dog lunges at him, he just turns and with his body weight slices this dog from neck to shoulders, following his previous stroke, and just in a fluid motion, it looks so natural the way that he does this.
It's slow-mo and the blood just like splatters over his face while he like grins.
He doesn't even
truly
blink.
in battle form.
Yeah.
Yes, grinning like a fool the whole time. We continue on. 16 against AC.
That will hit.
4 damage.
Not 5, no.
As soon as he has sliced this dog from ears to shoulders, a second one lunges almost out of the darkness straight into his shoulder and latches on and buries his teeth through a deep inflicting wound.
Are these dogs or leeches?
They are vicious.
Who's next, our dog?
Yes, the last attack from
There are only
is
2 other
from
dogs. The one
another
that just
dog.
attacked him and then that one.
15 against AC.
No.
His teeth clip the male on Larry. And it is now Syr's turn.
Yes, it is. Syr is going to attack the one that is near her and Barney, and she's going to use the...
Do you mean Larry?
Yeah, that one. I just remembered purple and big. So she's going to put her shield away.
You said what?
Alright, she's going to attack the dog that's near Larry. She's going to put her shield away and pull out her warhammer and fucking try this for a third time.
There's a wounded dog and an unwounded dog.
He's
The
going for
wounded
the
dog,
one
which
at
is
us.
the only dog within range with a warhammer. Sir, I'm Sulu, apparently with the voice of music.
Oh, God.
Captain. Two-handed warhammer attack. Fuck, it's 11. 1 too low.
Yes. Yes, that is one
At least
time.
it wasn't a 2.
Unfortunately, that is not going to hit.
At least it wasn't shitty enough for something dumb like tripping on her shit.
And now it is Larry's turn.
Larry's gonna swing at it with his long sword. 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Okay, this is only
Is he
one
going
hit.
for the one near his knees or
The
the
one
one
near
a
his
couple of
knees.
feet away from him?
One near his knees. He's gonna do 11 damage.
What dog?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what? Just line across that dog. Goodbye.
Larry pulls his sword out of the dead dog that he has buried it in and cleaves a dog that is lunging at him from tongue to tail, almost skinning it. And it's more than just dead. You can definitely tell that there is nothing left alive of this dog.
Very well done, Larry.
Isn't it my turn?
Yes, it is Thorin's turn.
Whip out that great axe.
I am going to whip out that great axe.
There is only one dog left.
May as well go ham on
He
it.
attacks the child.
16.
That'll hit.
2 plus my strength. So
Yes.
5.
So,
That's enough!
Thorin's just like running
last
all
dog
over this
left
battlefield,
was
teabagging all the dogs.
Oh yeah, I'm just walking around all 4 feet, and every inches of me.
Thorin, holding his axe at waist level, kind of like it's a base as an extension of his body, cleaves the last dog almost completely without hesitation.
Very well done, Thorin.
Do it.
I knew she did it said exactly like that too, just like understood it. Yeah. 2. Trying to hide his beaming enthusiasm for what he's fucking done.
Did you kill any of those dogs, Rick?
Yeah. How many dogs did you kill?
By the
I
way,
killed
that's-
4!
That's 100 XP each.
Oh, hell yeah.
150 XP.
Yeah. The field clears, and there is smoke on the far horizons of the battlefield, and it seems like there's another battle awaiting yet nearby. However, it doesn't seem like any of you can reach it within a